We are live. Hello, everybody out there in TV land.
Welcome.
It's Angie and me.
Me.
Who do we got in here?
Not a soul. No one
Not a
likes
soul.
us.
I still got my soul. You don't got your soul?
I guess.
Okay,
Well,
there's two
it's just
souls.
two
There's
of us, so we'll
two
just keep
souls in
chatting.
here.
We'll keep chatting until somebody comes along.
I see 4 on the thing, but nobody's announced yet.
That's okay.
So, anyway, we were talking about soft white underbelly when we came on, and I told Angie she needs to watch it.
I'm gonna. It's just on a YouTube, right?
It's on YouTube. If you type soft white underbelly, his stuff will pop up, and you just got to go to the ones you're interested in watching. But the Whitakers is definitely one I would check, but then there's a lot of other ones too.
That sounds awesome.
It is. Hey, Sandra.
Sandra, hi.
Welcome. Good supporter.
Love her.
There's some interesting topics that come up on that thing, and some of them are boring, and you can tell if they're short. He probably was bored in the interview and he just moved on. But he did one in Florida. He's done several in Florida. There's a nudist swinger colony in Riverview or somewhere.
Really?
Seems like it's in the Orlando area to me.
Probably right by the villages.
And they're in the interview and they're sitting there with no clothes on. And I'm like, wow. Oh, okay. Oh, your mom watched the Whitakers.
Oh, really, Mom?
Yeah.
Well, she could tell me which ones are good.
When they go to Walmart's pretty good, but his original stuff with the Whitakers is good because that's when he first met him, and there was a lot of people trying to protect him from him. And he took some photos of them at one of them's brother's funeral,
right?
And so they could put him in the casket, and that's kind of how they got attached to him.
Oh,
hey Travis, what's up, buddy?
Hey Travis,
Mr. Irish man. His videos. He was talking about his videos. Yes, he did get them 30,000 through a GoFundMe, and they bought some stuff, but still they got a long way to go for that house. But they did some improvements, and
wow, that's amazing.
It's just a sad situation how poor that part of the country is. Kentucky, West Virginia, and really, I mean, bad.
Hey, Mom, we have a family, a YouTube family that we should have them go talk to that live in a tent. I'll tell you about that later. I don't want to say anything about anybody's YouTube, but she knows who.
Hey, Sandy. Hello.
Hey. Happy Wednesday.
Sandy apparently is into collecting license plates. I saw it on Instagram today. I'm like, did you have a Texas one, Sandy? Because I can get you a Texas one.
That's cool. My dad used to collect license plates, like a lot of old ones in his garage. I don't think he does that anymore.
We went to Maui. Cheeseburger in Paradise has them from everywhere, and you look around to make sure. But hey, Karen, you got to make sure they're all from Texas because they ain't no good license plate unless it's from Texas. But
okay.
Yeah, I know. So we'll let some people get in here, and then we'll play What's Sold for More. And
hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda. Linda here locally. Is Linda working on horses right now? Are you running? Linda, what did you think of that long shot that won the Derby from Oklahoma? The trainer's from here, and I don't know if you knew, but the longest shot, it was 80-1, won the Kentucky Derby. I'd love to have had a $20 bet on that horse.
Wow, 80-1.
Yeah, and I used to play. I used to bet. I won a pick 6 at Remington one time, but they were all favorites. So I won like $800.
That's pretty good.
Not bad for $2. But I won a pick 4 at Saratoga when I lived in New York on a $2 bet. I won $1,200, and it was a harness racing. And the last jockey of the last race was a woman, and the name of the horse was Apache Warrior, and he was in last until the last lap, and then he came around, and I was like doing the happy dance. I didn't know how much I'd won, but I knew I'd won some money.
You won. That's all that mattered.
Oh, okay. She has Texas.
I know. I have not done videos for a bit. I will definitely post something soon.
There's Mr. Johnny.
Johnny, good to see you.
Yeah. I knew the owner was from Edmond area, North Oklahoma City.
I got an offer. Let's see what we got. $10. We're gonna counter that.
Yeah. And what was the asking price?
Only 14, but $10 seems to be everyone's favorite number. I could have it for 19 and they're like $10. I'm like,
I had one for 18 and somebody offered me a 10 for a bobblehead that I had 5 in, and I'm like, I know I had it for 19, and I said, I'll take 18, but I'm not taking 10. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, 10 is the magic number. Either that or 6. I'll want $15 or something, and people love to say $6. No.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends on how much I paid for the item and how long I've had it as to how I treat it. And then now if it's like the other night, I had 3 ball caps and I had $4.25 in them. Altogether, it was like $130 worth of hats in what I was selling for. And the guy offered me 80 for all of them. No, 70. And I said, no. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll do 90 plus shipping and I'll combine shipping. And he didn't say anything. And then I got worried. I was like, all right, I'll do 85. And then I didn't hear anything. And I thought, I kept for about an hour. I was like, did I mess up? Because I know they're worth money, but it was $4.25 and I could have got 70. Well, he came back and said, let's do the deal, 85. I was like, all right, yeah.
Okay, good.
All right. So
you were backing out 85.
Yeah, I'm trying to get greedy over a few dollars. And I'm like, you only got $4.25 in all of them. So do the deal.
I do try to be better about clothing, especially because I was like greedy about it, like wanting more and more. And then I finally decided, how much would I pay for used clothing? Now if it's designer or something, that's different. But if it's just an average everyday item, $12, I've decided that's my magic number. I'd pay $12 for most items. So if anybody offers me, I would counter with $12. Seems to work.
Well, hey, there's Van.
Hey, I have some messages from Van I need to respond to. I've just been so busy. Yeah, good to see you, Van.
I've been down with my foot for almost 2 weeks, and finally today I can feel it getting better because I'm gonna do hiking and I want to jump off Black Rock in Maui in 3.5 weeks, and I'm like, this foot's got to get better because I can barely walk, and now it's finally starting to feel like it's healing, and I don't know what it is, but it's my right heel, and it feels like I sprained my heel or tore my ACL or something. I don't know, but it's getting better. So
good. Now, have you jumped off there before?
No. And at my age, I just thought, you know what? You're going to do some things that you've never done before. You're going to paddleboard this time, and you're going to jump off of Black Rock.
I love that. You definitely should. Make sure you get video.
It's only like a 20-foot jump. It's not like you're jumping off of a high dive.
That's amazing.
But I'm going to have to swim out to it. They say it's easier than walking the volcanic rock to it. And if you haven't seen Black Rock, it's a pretty good ways from the beach. Hey, Ann. And Miss Journey, hello.
Ann.
So
you're starting to feel a little bit better, Ann.
So anyway, that's what I'm going to do.
I think that's great. I think trying new things and doing it, you're never going to regret the chances you took.
Oklahoma man, 63, jumps off of Black Rock in Maui and hits the volcanic rock, body on way home now. Well, he tried it. He went for it. He just couldn't get his fat self out far enough on the rock.
He did it.
And then we do the road to Hana. For anybody that's been to Maui, do the road to Hana, but they just had a part of the road wash out from some rains there.
Right.
So that part of it's going to be, we won't be able to go all the way around like we normally do. And the treacherous part is on the backside, and that's where it washed out. So we'll do that.
Right. Well, you know what you just said about your like a little obituary thing you had there? My sister called me a couple weeks ago and she's like, do you remember this guy from high school? And I remember the name, vaguely. And she was like, oh yeah, he was, down near you in Florida on vacation. I said, oh really? She said, yeah, he went skydiving and his chute fell off and he died. I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's one way to go out.
Yeah. I mean, and I looked into not bungee jumping, but zip lining. But I'm over the weight limit of zip lining, so can't do zip lining.
Really?
Yeah, there's a
What's the
250
weight
pound
limit?
weight limit, and I'm over 250. So
Oh, it's 250. You would think that you could. You're not that much over. I don't know. That's
it's
weird.
but it's enough that if you're over a big old area, and I'm not taking that chance on that harness.
Yeah, if you're close, if you're on the cusp, you don't want the harness to be breaking on you or something.
Well, I used to hang off of yard arms on an aircraft carrier in a harness, but I was like 170 pounds.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
In the Navy, yeah. So, yeah.
That's funny.
Hey, got some. Oh, there's Mr. Paul too.
Hey,
Wow.
Paul's in here.
Hey,
Danielle's here. Hey, Danielle.
hey, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
So, yep, I'm wearing my Cowboys hat. I was looking around. I thought, do I wear a ping hat or do I wear a cowboy? Well, let's just grab that one. So,
That's a good looking hat, though. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I like the hat.
it's got that red, white, and blue. And so, you ready to get started?
Sure.
We're going to play What's Sold for More, and y'all get to guess highest to lowest, what's worth more, and then we'll reverse it coming back. So let me get you. Oh, actually, what am I doing here? Whoop. All right. Let me do the solo layout thing. There you go.
All right, I got 3.
You be nice, Miss Journey.
Uh-oh, what Journey say?
About them
How about them
Cowboys.
Cowboys, yeah. I have 3 plush. We're going to start with that. And 2 of them are vintage, and 1 of them is not. So we'll see. First one is this vintage M&M. He's pretty cool. About 12 inches tall if he's standing. He's in great shape. The next one I have, this one is not vintage. It is an eagle from Dollywood. But he's pretty big. He's about 14 inches tall, but only a few years old, and he was purchased at Dollywood. Hey, Jimmy. And then this one is 1992. Dinosaur, I think it was called something weird. Ankylosaurus. This Ankylosaurus was from 1990.
Yeah, they bite your ankles.
There you go. It's pretty cool. And he's super dang heavy. They made plush so heavy back then. So which one do you think is the highest to the lowest price?
And by the way, before we get going, until the Eagles, the Dolphins, and the Broncos win, yeah. Can't talk about my Cowboys. Till you get that many Super Bowl wins. Wow, who is here? My goodness gracious. You can play. It's just for fun, Sarah.
Of course, Sarah. Bobby, where's your guess?
All right, let me just
Bobby
guess.
wasn't even paying attention. He don't even know what the items are.
I'm just guessing. I'm gonna guess with Sandra there.
Okay. I'll give it another second for everyone to guess. Go Broncos.
Yeah. None of them have won any Super Bowls recently either, so.
I'm
200. We're not guessing how much it is.
Sarah's playing a different game.
Sarah, we're guessing which one's worth more of the 3 things she showed.
So, yeah, most expensive to least expensive.
Yeah. She sourced this stuff.
Okay, so the least expensive is this guy. I thought he'd be worth more because he's like, I was thinking like Universal and everything, all the plush are worth more. He is only worth about $15. That's okay, Sarah. You could do the next one. Then the second one is this little guy right here. The M&M's only worth about $18. I don't normally collect him, but I found him at a yard sale for $25, so I was like, okay with purchasing him. And then this guy I found at the bins. I found like 12 or so of these guys, all different colors and different kinds of dinosaurs. But this guy is worth $40. And
Wow.
I bought all kinds of them. Actually, my friend Diana, I was grabbing some dinosaurs and she like starts grabbing all of these. And she ended up taking a few of them and I took the rest. But I'm really super happy she did because they're worth a bunch. And I don't know why. They're Aurora plush, but I thought it was kind of interesting.
So who got that? Anybody get that right? And 6 years ago, so long ago, Jimmy, I can't even remember that. Who'd they beat? I don't even remember that. All right, anybody get it?
Got blown out 8 years ago. Journey got it right. Nice, Journey. Yep, there you go.
Okay. Panthers. Okay.
And Sandy. Sandy got it right too.
All right. I'm going to do mine now. Oh, and Daryl said
Daryl. Did you say hi to Daryl yet?
Hi, Daryl. Daryl, my other brother, Daryl, right? Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah.
No, Larry and whatever. Anyway, I'm trying to remember the show now. Oh, Bob.
Bob Newhart, right?
Yeah. Yep.
See, I knew for a change.
My first one is, and that's not E.T., it is
Stranger Things.
And it's a vest. XL, adult XL. That's one. Number 2 is I Love Lucy.
Nice.
Brand new. There you go. Vitamita Benjamin. For those who remember that. And number 3 is a U.S. Navy DC-3 model sealed kit. Revell, or monogram. This is monogram, not Revell. So, which one is worth more?
Wait a minute, Bobby. That's not a video game.
I'm not showing any video games tonight.
Wow. Sandy, I never get them right. I'm terrible at this game. Chuck is here. Hey, Chuck.
Chuck? Who's Chuck? Chuck. Oh, Chuck. Oh, my goodness. All right. Everybody guessing? Sarah, you going to guess on this one and which one's worth more? Second and third? Or did you disappear on me? Paul keeps saying 200, 201. I think he's thinking we're sending donations.
Send them to angieresells@gmail.com.
Okay. You ready?
I think I'm way off, but go ahead.
Okay. All right, the lowest one. I Love Lucy. I paid $3 the other day on the 100-mile yard sale. She's about $25. So not bad, and it is new. The model kit is actually, that's not the second one. This one I'll get about $26, $27 for. Stranger Things vest. I was actually surprised. I thought that would be worth more, but I only paid 50 cents for it, so I'm okay with that. And then this goes for $30. Dang. And I paid $1 for it. I got this on the 100-mile too. First yard sale. About $30, $29.99 to be exact. So, well, thank you, Paul. Wow, I can actually go out and get me half of a Starbucks coffee.
A third.
Third, all right. Captain America hat. Boy, you guys are just big on this. There's been a lot of talk about Green Bay, about the coach of Dallas going back to Green Bay, and us getting Urban Meyer. I'm like, I don't know who wins and loses in that deal. But anyway, thank you, Mr. Paul, and I'm not dancing.
Oh, I said angieresells@gmail.com. You misheard me, dude.
So there you go, and we will go back to. So you ready to go again?
Oh yeah. Now I have.
And if anybody in the chat wants to
join us
to show us 3 items of their own, we'd be more than happy to let you do that after we get done with this round or these couple of rounds, and you can jump in too if you want to.
Yeah, just get your items together now. We come on.
And make sure you know what you're talking about.
Journey He said she was right twice in a row.
Water is still wet.
That's great. Okay,
All right,
I
you ready?
3 American Girl items. So,
And I know nothing about
first
American
one
Girl.
I got today. It's this American Girl doll from 2013, but they gave her a hack job. Look at that. Cut her hair clean off, man.
All right, Paul wants me to dance.
Oh, okay.
All right, Paul. You're
Go
going to
ahead.
get it, but it's going to be after Angie shows her 3 things.
Okay. The second item is this right here, and she is an American Girl, Rebecca Minnie, and she's obviously in much better condition. And then the third item is this right here, which is Kirsten's Pastimes. It's 4 different activities. There's paper dolls and a theater kit and a craft book and a cookbook. So it comes all together. And that is the third item. Which one is the most expensive? The first one is gender fluid. Kind of. Look at that.
Is that what you have to say now, gender fluid?
Yeah, then it could be boy or girl.
Chuck would have run out of money buying those at an auction. Apparently runs out of money at auctions now.
All right, we're ready for dancing.
No, we're ready to people to answer the question.
Okay.
I'm going to say...
Oh, Travis.
All right, I'm going to move on.
One, 2, 3.
It just sounded easy.
All right. So the lowest price item is the little doll. And
Hey,
she's
Roman.
in really good condition, but she's only worth about $15 on eBay. Just because, kids want the big ones.
I've seen them. I've just never picked one up.
Picked what up?
American Girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then the next
Monster High.
only about this is this one. She's in great shape, but because of her hair, no, it's gonna. I'm gonna have to sell it to somebody who wants to refurbish her. Unfortunately, so I'm thinking I'm only gonna get like $25 for her. But I picked her up today at the bins. She weighed half a pound when they weighed her, so that means I paid less than $1 for her. So $1 into 25, I'll take.
Maybe you should take her shopping at Walmart or something.
Right. And then surprisingly, this right here, even used, is worth about $28. So there you go.
So the number was
an American Girl and married her? Aww. Marcy is an American Girl. She's sweet. Oh, and she is actually here for your dance. We're ready. Amber showed up just in time.
Alexa, play Summertime. And no, I'm not going to get slapped by Will Smith.
On Amazon Music.
No. Alexa, play Summertime by Jazzy Jeff.
Summertime by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh
Oh,
Prince.
no.
On Amazon Music.
Got to take off my flippers.
Lovely.
Can you hear it? Alexa, volume 10.
People do anything for money, folks.
Here it is, a groove slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from the norm. Just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance that has gotten to be a little bit out of control. It's cool to dance, but what about a groove to soothe to move?
Sarah.
Give me a soft, subtle mix. And if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. And think of the summers of the past.
Alexa, stop.
Adjust the face and let the
Alexa, stop.
Pop it.
You got to yell at Alexa.
Hey, Roman. Good to see you.
I got a hurt foot and I'm in here trying to embarrass myself.
Where's the dance pole?
You guys, your memories will never be the same.
Sandy said that was a lot for $1.99.
He sent me $2.99.
Oh, okay. So we're up to almost $4.
By the way, Sarah is my youngest daughter, and she knows this life. So when I used to take her and her friend roller skating, we were all big roller skaters, and I would pick them up at night when they were underage from driving.
Yeah.
And we would stop the car because I always blast music in my car. And her friend used to think I was the coolest dad ever because I would get out and do a booty dance right there on the street. And I'm like, oh, you guys only knew.
She said you taught her dance moves.
It was $3.98, Sandy. Don't take no money from me.
Minus 30% from YouTube.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I've been watching soft white underbelly on YouTube, and this guy's interviewing, and today he was interviewing a male stripper in Vegas, and he was talking about some of his experiences, and I was just like, man, I would love to have been a male stripper back in those days. See, I taught her dance moves, so you know how good she is on the dance floor. Now this video won't be monetized because I played an actual song.
Oh, we'll miss out on that 50 cents. Our
you
videos
just
aren't like super
live
high
life.
monetized.
You got to live life, and you only live it once, so enjoy the hell out of it because there's good and bad times in everybody's lives. And I'm one of these guys that don't care what people think. So
you are not wrong there. Some of those dancers at the Super Bowl were awful.
All right, round 2 for me, right?
Yes.
Here we go. All right. The next one is a 1935 blue label silver certificate. $1. More than I did. The next one is a 2015 Hot Wheels Corvette, officially named, what is it? The Grand Sport Corvette. Never owned a Corvette, but that's it. And then the last one is, I found this the other day, and the neighbor was moving out, and they threw a bunch of garbage out, and I saw this, and I was like, and then I saw this on the bottom, and I have some of the Filipino wood from when I went to the Philippines, and it's called Monkey Pod, and it's a toothpick holder. And so I grabbed it for free. So there you are. I'm digging in the trash. So tell me which ones are worth more.
Oh, and you got another super chat.
I've got to catch up on the chat.
Yeah, you do.
Harry's here. I can't dance in front of
Harry.
you.
Do it again.
All right. Jeez. Hey, if it's the only way I can make money on YouTube, I might as well.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not getting money on this channel, Chuck, so there's no dancing for me today.
I'm just running through these real quick, folks. Y'all be guessing.
Some shoes even.
Just send Bobby some
I
shoes.
like the mushroom.
I wear size 12, just so y'all are to be exact. All right. Sarah finally got the game. Chuck. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Let's see. I got to put on my glasses. I'm getting blind as I get older. Okay, the Corvette's worth $4. That was just kind of a try to stump the panel type deal. So not worth anything. The silver certificate, surprisingly, is only worth $6 to $10. I did get some silver eagles out of that buy, so that was okay. And then this is worth $24.99 plus shipping. So for free, I'll take it.
Nice.
Take it. So stuff you've probably never seen. And actually, there was only one on eBay of that. There was other stuff. And I actually have a big pineapple tray thing that's wood from the Philippines. And it's been sitting on my dining room table forever. And I looked it up, and it sells for $99. So I'm getting ready to empty it and list it. I'm like, I want that thing. I want that thing on there.
Marcy has a good idea. The
dancing reseller. I keep wanting to start a music channel, but I can't. And I would have a hard time not dancing. It's like Amber not rapping. I would have a hard time. So, all right. So, which one's worth
Room
more?
For the win.
You got it. I already told you. The mushroom is for the win. Correct. All right. You ready to go round 4?
No, we're waiting for the dance. You got a $4.99 super chat.
Oh, give me. You show yours, and then I'll figure out a song I want to play.
Okay.
All right.
Fair.
It's got to be a certain song I want to dance to.
Okay, this time I decided to do 3 animated plush. So the first one is this guy. Whoa, he's not turning on now. Well, make a liar out of me. He's an Elvis. Did I turn him off? Well, he does play. I don't know. I must have did something to his batteries. He was working earlier, but he sings. It's actually Elvis's voice singing. That's the first one. The second one is this right here. It's a chick that plays music, and then he basically poops out eggs.
Oh, I could have danced to that.
It's a Hallmark. Okay. But it's an Easter plush, and it does say Easter, so.
That's true, Paul. I do.
But it poops eggs. It's so gross. And then the third one is this Mother Goose.
Here, sweetheart. I'm going to
And she actually reads the nursery rhymes.
Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
But she does a bunch of stories, and she has the little book, so which is inside out. There you go. So which one is worth the most? Assuming Elvis is just dead batteries. He was working literally before there we go. I just didn't have his bottom on. Okay, I'll have to turn him off. Because he will play the whole song.
He got that bluesy thing going there, Mr. Tupelo, Mississippi himself.
So, which one is most?
I'm running through everybody's guesses. There's Mike. Hey, Mike.
Hey. I'm just checking everybody's answers.
Yeah, me too. Trying to run through them. Trying to keep up with that chat. When you got 97 people in it, it's kind of hard. Oh, wait, there's only 20. Never mind.
One day, maybe.
Maybe I should have had Amber come on and rap, and I danced to the rap.
Right.
Yeah, that would have been it. Hey, Leanne.
Maggie's here. Hey, Maggie.
Maggie was in Adams just a little while ago.
Oh, cool.
She's always in Adams a little while ago. And there's Mr. Swampy Picker. Hello.
Swampy?
I call him Swampy Picker. Gulf Coast Pickers. I saw them live the other night.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Oh, let me check one thing.
Hold it. Swampy Pickers. When I see them now, I just think of Pepe Le Pew. Pepe.
Who else we have in here? Oh, Leanne is here too. Two of my favorite people. Aw, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, apparently my YouTube it's on private or something, according to somebody. So I'll fix it afterwards.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know what happened when I set it up. Must have been.
She can have more than one favorite, Paul.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. I actually put that Paul was one of my favorites. Somebody had posted it on Instagram. He was one of my favorites.
That's true, Roman. I will.
All right. This one is the least expensive. It is sadly only worth about $16. That's if I could ever sell her. She sold for a little bit more than that, but I've had this thing for sale forever at $16. She still hasn't sold, which I'm surprised. She's pretty cool. And then the next most expensive one is this guy. Now he's new, and I just went and paid $3.99 for these at a thrift store because he is selling for $35 plus shipping. That's like crazy to me. But I went and bought a bunch of them just because of that.
Everybody wants to duck the poops.
Yep. That means the Elvis is the most expensive. And the most, there's only been one of him on eBay, sold for $40. But I really think that since he's the only one, I easily could probably list him for $55 or so. And I might sit on him for a little bit, but I think somebody would really like him. Animated Christmas and Elvis. Someone's going to find that to be a good deal. So 40 is what one sold for, but I think I can get 55.
There you go.
Well, there you go.
All right, Alexa, forget-me-nots.
Forget-me-nots.
You'll know when you hear it. Alexa, play Forget-Me-Nots.
Yeah.
Forget Me Nots Remastered by Patrice Rushen on Amazon Music.
I love R&B, guys. I'm a big R&B guy.
Oh, here he goes. He even did the hat. The thing is, he is like enjoying this way too much.
All right, Alexa, you can stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. When I have her on 10, I have to scream. Well, there you go, guys.
Journey, that goose has quietly strangled somebody.
I was in a lot better shape when I was in the discotheques back in the day.
Yeah, it's been a long time when you call them discotheques. Now they just call it going to the club.
I was glad to be a 70s teenager and a young man in the early 80s. Those were the best years to me. But
the best part is you yelling at Alexa. Chuck says,
even my cat started dancing. See? When you got Roman's cat dancing in Cleveland, Ohio, I mean, come on.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Paul. That's it. Now I got to catch my breath. Alexa never stopped. Yeah, I won't be getting, well, not that mine get monetized anyway, but there won't be none of that on this tonight. See, Sandy's just tired watching. Nah, Sandy, you can do it. Just got to get up and do it. All right. I have one more round, don't I?
Why do you not go out dancing? Seriously.
Who has time? I work 7 days a week.
Make time. You could go out on a Friday or something.
Yeah. Because I'm one of these guys that when I get on the dance floor and dance like one song, I'm drenched in sweat. Because I do move. I don't just stand around and go, I want to dance. All right. My last round. First one, most of y'all know what these are, so there's your first guess. Second one I got from that estate sale where I bought that $860 doll.
Whoa, that is creepy.
You talk about creepy. This is an Epi doll. She was really dirty. I cleaned her up, but she's from 1964. I was all of 5.
That doll is creepy as hell.
That's Chucky's first girlfriend. Okay, and the last one is the entire sealed season of Boston Legal on DVD.
Ooh.
Yeah. So tell me which one's worth more. And I'll catch up. All right, Paul. Yeah, Paul, your turn. Let's see a 6'6" guy do that.
Let's see, 3, 2.
Yeah. Hey, drink a couple of drinks in you help too, because then you really don't care.
He only drinks after he has a few drinks in him.
Yeah, I know. But it's not like I get a lot of money for YouTube anyway, Sarah, so it's okay.
Paul will dance and throw money around on the dance.
Long as, yeah. Yeah, that'll be my next video. Philly Flipper threw money at me when I dance. And that's all I have to say. And there'll be all kinds of views on that trying to figure out what he did.
Change the title.
I'll tell you what I wore. I wore Jordache jeans and I wore a Lacoste shirt to the clubs. That's usually what I was in. Black, blue, or purple Lacoste with Jordache jeans. That was my jam back in the day. Well, the most I ever paid for a pair of jeans was $50, and I paid Jordache, and that was in like 1982. I was paying $50 for a pair of jeans. I was like, hell no.
Wow.
I was in the Navy. We didn't make a lot of money.
So when you're dancing, if you kick off your shoes, you could say you were stripping for money.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Got to make sure I know which one I got here. Okay, the lowest priced one was this one here is all over the place. There actually are no sold. There's only 2 listed on eBay, and they're all over the place from $10 to $32. I would say she's probably on that lower end, and I was surprised because of her age of 1964. Next is the Boston Legal's worth about $42. I gave $5 for that. So
Send that
there
to
you
me.
go.
I love that show.
I've never seen it. And the Hokas are worth $45. Most people know that that's about what they go for, depending
I
on
thought
which.
Boston Legal would be worth a little bit more.
Yeah, and there are some on that have sold for like $69.
Yeah.
I think I've got mine listed like in the 50s or something, but I always go higher so I have a little room, because it seems like nowadays on eBay, I think everybody, as soon as they watch your item, they sit there and wait for you because they know you're going to get an offer. I think people figure their offers are coming, and I'm one of those people that does it. So not the original Levi's, but I would love to have some from the 80s in my possession. Yes, Lacoste. And the guys from the East Coast, like Boston, that was in the military with, they wore their collar up, but being from Texas, I wore mine down. So
Lacoste, I think, must be like late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, and it was big in
like
Europe.
Yes, and stuff when I was.
So you won?
Did you win? Bragging rights.
Oh,
you won,
Leanne didn't know what we're doing, I guess. Leanne, we play a game every couple of weeks where we take different rounds, and Angie will show you in a minute her last round. We show you 3 items. You tell us which one's worth more. Then we show you in reverse from lowest to highest. It's just a fun game. 1, to learn a little bit about stuff you may not know about, and 2, it's just fun to see if we can
something to
do. So that's what it is. So
okay,
we'll get.
Said he'll take a cookie since he won.
Okay, here you go. All right, Angie, round 4 for you. I've only got 3 rounds.
Lacoste was fancy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I still have some, but they just don't sell very well.
Okay, I do have 3 more items. Let me see. So, these are Bose headset. They're called Quiet something headset. But I tested them. They're Bluetooth. They work great, and the sound is amazing when you actually plug them in.
Welcome, Danny Mae.
I can't remember. Quiet Comfort, I think is what they're called. Quiet Comfort.
Bose is a good brand in any stereo equipment.
Then I picked this up today. Arthrex. Evidently, it is a suture anchor. So it's some kind of medical thing.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. And then the other thing is a PSP.
I know what that's worth.
And I know it works because I got.
You find that at the bins?
I bought it at the bins, but the battery was dead. I did come with the charger. So I just bought a $7 battery.
Yep.
On eBay, and now it works perfectly. So I'll be selling that this week.
There you go.
So which one do you think is the highest?
Let's see, the first one. I don't know about number 2. What was 1?
The Bose headset.
Oh. No.
A lot of guesses.
I don't know about the. I said 412, 312.
1, 2.
Yeah, you added a 4th item. I was on for round 4. All right.
Okay, so the least expensive item I'm going to say is this. And the reason being is I probably could sell it anywhere from $50 to $80, but I'm going to say, and I paid 50 cents for it at the bins today, but I'm going to sell it for $0 because I don't want to risk my account selling medical devices that are used. So really worth $0. And then the PSP is worth like $50, $55. Would you say that's right, Bobby?
Yes. I'd say 45 to 55. Yeah.
With the new battery, and then I have the charger and everything, I think about $55. And these Bose headset are worth, even used, $110. So that was pretty good.
Yep.
And by the way, I got all 3 of those items at the bins for next to nothing.
Yeah, finding a PSP at the bins is a good find.
Oh,
And
it
the
was
Bose.
laying there. I couldn't believe it.
I found a Bose
Mega.
Wave radio, just the bottom part of it that the disc go in, untested, sold it for like $55. But the full one is worth over $350 if you find all of it.
The silver one sells for more. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, I figured I couldn't go wrong getting it, and when it didn't bother me that it didn't work because I knew I could always get a battery.
Well, even if it didn't, you could sell it for parts as is too, and
Yeah.
still make some money on it. I do that all the time.
Oh yeah, I do, Sandra. Let me tell you, it's my bids. It's hard to find some things, and
Do you have to fight people in yours?
I have a few cutthroat people there that unfortunately watch my YouTube channel, and so everything that I go for, they now go for.
Yeah.
So I mean, literally everything. So especially there's a couple there that is pretty aggressive about it, and a few other people, but it is what it is, and I kind of feel like there's enough for everybody, but I hate that like every single thing that I go for, then now they pick up. But that's part of having a YouTube channel. The best thing I find at my bins are strands of Jake's hair. There you go.
Jake's?
Yakov.
I'm reading Yakov Bins.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Oh. I was thinking of Yakov Smirnoff, the comedian, when he said that.
Tell a few lies here and there to throw them up. But my friend Diana said that. She said we need to tell them used barrettes and hangers are like the new trends so that they'll get all the used barrettes and all the hangers and we can just get them out of our way.
I haven't been to our bins in almost 2 years just because when I go in there, I leave with a truckload and I don't need the death pile that I had at one time. It's just too much stuff. And mostly people are running through the handbags and stuff to get the money, find money, jewelry. And I'm always after the ball caps. And now that I've talked about ball caps so much, almost everybody around here where I live knows me. And the guys that we sell are now looking for ball caps. So they beat me some of these places and getting hats that are worth a lot of money. So,
well, Anne said she hasn't been to the bins yet. And honestly, the bins here used to be amazing. And it's gotten kind of progressively worse, but I would say in the last 2 months, it has gone so downhill. It used to be kind of, they sorted everything, clothes and shoes in one thing and purses.
Right.
And now it's just a giant thrown in mess. And so there's so much junk that is literal. It should have been in the garbage rather than ever come out there, that I'm not sure how it even made it there.
Oh, I got something I'm going to show you. Hang on.
Okay. That we have another bins in Mobile, Alabama. It's about 45 minutes from my house that I'm probably going to start going there once a month or once a week and just spend several hours and go through there just because they change out a lot more frequently. It's like at least 2 or 3 times the size, probably 3 times the size of our bins. And just getting really frustrated with mine. I do find some good things, but it is very, very difficult. And under new management, Marcy said, you know what it is? Yes, we've had like there's a lot of staffing changes that have happened, but our corporate here, because there's a couple Goodwills, one's Goodwill Industries, one's Goodwill of Easter Seals. The one that's down by us, they create these strange rules and they change constantly. They're always trying to, I guess make more money on everything that they're selling, which, I mean, that's what they're trying to do. But they keep changing the rules with everything that happens at the bins. So it's making it more and more difficult to find anything.
I was at the bins in Russia the other day and I found me a hat. And at the bins in Russia. So
wow.
I know. Isn't that cool?
That's great.
Somebody said, I want that. And I said, Nyet.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. 2 hours from the bins here. I live vicariously through other resellers. Gwendolyn, hey.
Hey, Gwendolyn. Long time no see. So, Leanne, they don't have one where you live?
How long do I stay at the bins? Typically, they open at 9 and they stop changing between 11:30 and 12 for lunch. And so usually whenever they stop, that's when I'll leave. I am thinking about starting to go maybe in the afternoon because early, right at 9 o'clock, it's not so busy. But by 9:30 or so, it is so packed and it's such a tiny bin store. I might try the afternoon sometimes, but that's typically what I do, unless it's just like a really terrible day. And sometimes I'll leave after an hour or so, but you never know what they're going to bring out next. I have the FOMO, the fear of missing out for sure.
Hey, Roman, I would do it, but I'm not a Cossack. And as soon as I went down with my knees, I would probably break both of them.
That would be a sight to see. We'd be calling 911 for him. Bobby, what's the address over there? I love garage sales. Yeah, for sure. I find my best deals typically at the garage sales. And I know I do have a couple little thrift stores here. I'm not going to say their names because, goodness, I don't want anybody else.
They have Nike in Russia.
But if you live in this area, you know where they are. And rather than Goodwill, the local church thrift stores and stuff are pretty good too. But nothing beats garage sales.
One of my favorite movies of all time is called Dr. Zhivago.
Yeah.
From the 60s. I love that movie. So always, when I think of Russia, I think of Dr. Zhivago during the revolution.
Hat matches.
Yeah, I don't think they have Nike in Russia, Paul. Probably in China because they copy everything we have. KG Bobby. Yeah, there you go. There you go. No, I don't know Putin. Don't want to know Putin.
Right.
Well, Nashville's not close to you. Don't you live in like Alabama or something? If Bobby tries that dance, we need to fly to his house to help him get up. That's true. You would.
So why don't you put the link in so if anybody wants to come and show some items?
Let me find it here.
Okay. Or if you just want to come on and ask a question or have something to say, something to ask, something to share, we're all for that too.
If anybody wants to come on, I'll be like Johnny. Just make sure I see your face so I know that it's you.
Yeah. We have to know you before we can put you on. I found some Zippo lighters.
Yeah, just you got to send them parcel post. Do not ship them priority, especially if they got fluid in them. Yeah, maybe somebody else will come on and dance. How about that?
That's right.
We could have a dance contest. We could have a dance contest. We'll have somebody come on here and pretend they're John Travolta or something.
Oh, that would be so great.
Mickey Gilley died the other day and almost made me want to watch. I thought about it. And I was like, God, I've seen Bud and Sissy so many times. I don't know if I want to watch it again right now.
Harry says, Paul, make sure you have your clothes on. Listen, one time I was doing a live and I let somebody, that had been chatting. They said, hey, I want to come on. And they were like, they'd come on. They were laying in bed without a shirt on. I was like, it just looked really inappropriate. I'm like, oh my goodness.
We were talking about soft white underbelly before most of y'all came in, and it's a guy on YouTube that does interviews with people from West Virginia and Kentucky and Philadelphia. Not kidding on the Philadelphia, but he does them with strippers and drug addicts and alcoholics and stuff, and they're really addicting. They're really good to watch. But he was doing one on a male stripper today, and I was like, oh my God, this guy's life, So and then he did one on nudist colony in Florida. And they're on there nude in his interview. Of course, he's got them blotted out, but it's like, and they don't care. They're like, wow, this is how we live. So, and in America, we do have a little bit of a
stigma
thing about having your clothes off is like it's a bad thing. It's like, no, it's not. I mean, I'm not going to run around nude, but 2 hours from Nashville. So can you cross Tennessee in 2 hours from the south? I know from east to west you can't do it in 2 hours, but I didn't know about from north to south. Angie's they were down around Riverview or something like that. Soft white underbelly.
Where Gino lives. where Gino lives near Orlando. All that happens like near the
Yeah,
villages.
I was looking to see if Gino was there in the hot tub or something, but I didn't. That's the channel it's on, and the guy. Oh, I misspelled it. Underbelly. There you go.
Chuck wants to get naked.
Well, he can in Wisconsin. They're probably in Wisconsin. They yeah, it's too cold. What's that movie? Old School, and he's running down the street. She says, "It's cold outside." When he gets in the car, shrinkage.
We can all go streaking. Okay.
Yes, I actually did that in the 70s. I actually did that in the 70s at the school at night. It was closed off, and we jumped the fence. And it was my little brother who I was babysitting. 3 guys, 3 girls. We're in our teens. And somebody driving by saw us and called the superintendent of schools, who called the police. They ran after us, and they couldn't get through the fence quick. So we took off, and I left my brother. And luckily, my best friend grabbed him. I lived in a trailer park that backed up to the Colorado River. So I started heading for the river, but we were all nude. So I had my clothes. I had a leather jacket and plaid green pants on, and I laid in a ditch. And I was trying to be still because they were shining lights. And I swear to you, a snake crawled across my chest. And I'm not afraid of snakes, but I didn't know what it was. So as soon as he cleared my body, I jumped up and ran down towards the river. And I got home, and one of the girls had fell down and gave all of our names up. Never came to our house. So, okay.
Patrick, hey Patrick.
Where the lady who was about to retire helped a guy escape. That's crazy.
Then she killed herself.
But she gave everybody up by name, and I thought my mom's going to kill me, but she didn't.
There's a nudist colony in Pace? No, I live very close to that, so
watch Soft White Underbelly. It tells you where they're at, but I can't remember the town. But I thought it was in the Orlando area.
Yeah, I would not have been able to stay quiet if a snake crawled.
Yeah, Karen's definitely afraid of any snake, garter snake. It doesn't matter. But I'm not. I don't like spiders as much as I like snakes.
Well, they don't put any value on clothing, I wouldn't think. So probably not too many good clothes at a nudist colony garage sale.
Yeah, they said that they get mad when they interview the guy. Who said, we get mad because we have to put on clothes to go to the store. It's like, okay. So they don't wear them anywhere. But
I'm looking it up now. And
Soft White Underbelly. There's a ton of videos. He's done them over time, all walks of life. But the Whitakers in West Virginia are, to me, my favorite because it's just sad.
Hidden Lake Resort.
Shirley Ann, sure.
And Whitetail Trail 5K run will be April 23rd. So that already happened. Where they had a 5K naked.
Yeah. Would you be sore? I'd be sore after a 5K run nude.
No, my boobs are too big. That would be like hurting.
I'm talking about the guys.
Well, same. It looks like it's not the only one. There's a Riviera.
Riviera, that's the one I seen all the time. But they interview these people.
Permanently closed.
Yeah.
I had such a blast the 2 days I was there.
Stay safe, Gwendolyn.
What happened?
She said there's storms there in Minnesota.
And that's hilarious.
Yeah, you need to watch them. I mean, they're addictive. They really are. And some are, like I said, better than others. Like I said, they had one Frenchie. She worked in the Bunny Ranch in Nevada and worked at some other ranches in a brothel. They have some that are drug addiction. But it's just the theme of everybody. What I really was, it was funny was they said, okay, you have any regrets in your life? And a lot of them are like, no, not really. All the drugs I use and all that, I've learned some things. I'm thinking, you're homeless and you're a drug addict and you wouldn't have changed anything. Okay. All right. So sometimes you just go, okay. And I grew up very poor, so just had the mother that kept us in the straight and narrow and kept me out of trouble. My best
Right.
friend actually went to prison, but luckily I didn't do what he did. So
Look on my face all that weekend. All right, gonna put the link in?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah, it's up there.
Oh,
If
there it is.
anybody to quit doing my laundry, I'll put it in again. If anybody wants to come on, more than welcome.
Come join us
On the love train, get all aboard. Who can name that group? About 1974. Get all aboard. Love train. Get on
Nope.
the love train.
Who is it?
It's OJ's. I'm a huge R&B guy. I love R&B music from the 70s and 80s. Mainly 70s. 60s, 70s.
Okay, what are you doing? 60s and 70s?
I like all genres, but I love R&B. And the Russian.
Stop it all. That hat is something else.
I got like 3 of them. I got into something years ago where I was buying stuff from Russia. I got a flask and some other stuff, and I was actually getting it from Mother Russia. I wasn't, and they were sending it to me. I was collecting all kinds of, like I always do. I collect crap, and then about a year later, I go, "Why did I collect that?" I always tell my kids when I die, don't have a yard sale. There's too much money here that I don't want you selling stuff for $1.
They'll be having an estate sale.
Yeah. Don't sell my $200 video game for $1. You'll have people like Paul buying it and making a bunch of money on it.
That's right.
On whatnot. Yeah.
I got approved for Whatnot.
Did
I
you?
tell you that? I just.
Are you going to do it?
Who was it?
That's true.
Somebody told me that they're like, you should. Oh, Jen, I think. Just sign up in case you want to do it or whatever. That way, it's an option for you. You could try it if you want to, or But I got approved for it. But I'm not sold on me doing it. I mean, I think that people that are really, have a great following, even like Paul, Philly Flipper, he has now pretty significant following.
Right.
I just don't know that I have enough to warrant people to come. I mean, it's not like I have 200 or whatever, but
well, just keep in mind, if you do, the next day you're going to be shipping 100 items if you sell 100 items.
Yeah. Well, the problem is too, I mean, I just don't want everything to end up being like a
Hey,
buck.
Melissa. Right. Yeah. And in the beginning, I mean, I know people like the video game guys that I watch, Retro Rick, Chase After Right Price, they got huge YouTube followings. And when I watch them on Whatnot, their stuff goes way above what the price is on eBay for it. So I'm not buying from them.
Yeah, exactly. Some of
It's
those
just
people.
too much. But
I didn't see Melissa come in. Hey, Melissa.
Yeah. Hi, Melissa.
Just try it and sell bras. Yeah. I just don't know that I'm the right fit for Whatnot, because Whatnot seems to me to be super young kids playing rap music, and that unless you're like Cincinnati Picker, who has just like a big following and things like that, it's just super young kids, and I just don't know that there's the audience on there for me. I could be completely wrong, but
the ones that I've been on there and they've been playing rap or something, I'm always like, play the Eagles in the chat. So
yeah, I mean, I guess if I find like some cheap toys or find like a great thing, I mean, I could always do hats. I could do plush, but I'm never going to be Daily Refinement. He's like selling the stuff that he would have on eBay, and the stuff's going for just as high as it would on eBay. Like, except for you're selling 400 items in a day.
yeah, Daryl, I just found a Utah Jazz a couple weeks ago, and I sold it for 100 already. Sports specialties. So if you find them, you've got money there in most cases. So yeah, good find. Sports specialties is probably one of the better sports hats to find. Yeah. Thank you, Roman.
Daryl
And there's
found
my
some
answer,
hefty
Roman.
hats.
No. I bought 12 hats for $3 a couple of weeks ago from a guy's attic only because I got to talking to him about hats, and he had them in his attic. He threw 20 of them down. I've sold 5 of them so far. One was a WWF from 2001, still had its tag. I sold a Bulls, a Braves with pinstripes, and the Utah Jazz. All $350. 4 hats had basically $1.
Wow.
Or $1.25 in all of them. So
I'm a Browns fan too. I'm from Ohio.
I'm
so-
sorry.
Hey,
Are they
I'm
going to get
not.
rid of? Are they going to get rid of Mayfield? Or are they going to keep him on the sidelines just to make him mad? Yeah. Well, hey, good luck with that, Roma, because he can't stay healthy. So I'm okay that he left. He makes good plays when he's in the game,
Yeah.
which is rare. So good luck with that.
But Cleveland fans, at least we're not fair weather fans. I've been a fan of Cleveland my whole life. I'll never be anything but a Cleveland fan. And unlike everybody else who jumps on the bandwagon of whatever team is doing well this season.
Yeah, I feel the same way about my Rangers. My Texas Rangers never win, and I'll stay with them. But
yeah, I stick with my losing team.
yeah, and Houston, because they don't exist anymore. If you find that kind of stuff, it's funny because last weekend I was watching I was flipping channels, saw the Houston Gamblers playing the New Orleans team, and I was like, wait a minute, that's the same logo from back in the '80s. I have that hat from the '80s, and now it's probably no good because it looks just like the one now. I'm like, wait a minute, mine's vintage. And it was when the Buffalo quarterback. Oh my God, I just went blank. He was on that team in the World Football League back then. So, fins up, Dolphins. Oh boy, there's another. I can't win. Of course, I can't say nothing. If my Cowboys get back in there, I can't say nothing.
At least you've won some.
We got 5 rings. But
Yeah.
it's been a long time. Buffalo has been our whipping boy. And
Maybe
Denver.
we'll become quarterback of the newest colony team. Right.
And he's actually from where I'm from in the Austin, Texas area, but he played up here. He played at Tech and he played at OU.
Oh,
so
really?
I can't stand him, yeah. Yeah.
What did you sell them for? Dara wants to know. Right. Curious. She said she wishes she had a bunch more. I'm sorry, the Houston Oilers.
Oh yeah, she's asking him, or
He's asking
Leanne. Yeah, that's true. They beat the Redskins 14-0. I was
$135.
Yep.
Dang.
My best sports specialties were the San Jose Sharks. I saw for $170, and I paid $2 for it. And I didn't know at the time they were worth a lot of money. That's when I first really started getting into hats.
Don't you love that when you pick up something that's like, oh, this might sell for $15, and you look at it and sell for like $100 some?
Yeah, and you don't have to sell for $100. I mean, the thing I preach to people all the time on my channel is any cap, even just a regular basic cap, you're going to get $8, $9, $10 for.
Yeah.
If it's Titleist, you're going to get $15 if used. But there are some that you could get $1,600 for, and I would never pay that much for a ball cap. And I have a huge collection. But I didn't pay probably more than $25 for any of them. So just not going to pay for hats that. But people that will, I'll sell it to you all day, just like you folks will.
I think about that too. Like, who's paying that money? Like, I was actually watching Rally Roots, their Whatnot auction. And I was like, actually, for a while, I was getting mad that people were spending so much money on, these random shoes. They couldn't see them until after they bought them or whatever. And then I'm like, why do you care? If they want to blow their perfectly good money on shoes that aren't even worth as much as they're spending, let them. I mean, some people got money to burn, I guess.
This is one I got from a friend of mine in a trade, and I've got it listed for $125, I think, something like that.
Nice.
But it's brand new with tags. But that is a beautiful hat. And although it's not a team, but as you can see, it's still got the tag. And then that Eagles one up there, I got it at a yard sale just recently. It's the World Tour 1994. I've got it listed for like $70, $75. But
Nice. Hey, Maggie, welcome in.
welcome back.
He says hi from Indiana.
That's funny because the guy was watching. Oh, Maggie Posh's okay.
Yeah.
The guy was watching the stripper today from Vegas on Soft White Underbelly. He's originally from Indiana. So,
Yeah, super nice hat.
yeah, hat. I mean, just caps are just the ROI is just too good on them not to pick them up.
I know. Yard sales, a lot of people are selling them for 50 cents.
Yep. My daughter a couple weeks ago found 108 at a yard sale, and she said, "Dad, I got them." I said, "What are they?" And all she had to say was Caterpillar. When on the first one, and I was like, "How much does he want?" She said, $1 a piece. I said, "Ask if you'll take 50 cents a piece, $50 for all of them." So I got them home, and there's some winners. I've already made my money back off like the first 6 hats. Because if you figure if you sell them for $10 a piece,
that's 6
of them, I'm in the profit. It's $800 if I sell, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I only listed, I think, maybe 60 so far. And a lot of them are local advertising hats. But again, it's a memory hat for somebody.
Absolutely.
It could be a company that doesn't exist anymore. Joe's Excavating Service.
You only need one person to want it. So
that's it. And I've sold some to, it might be something just in Oklahoma and it goes to Virginia. And you're like, I don't understand why that guy wants that one, but he may be from Oklahoma. Who knows?
Gino, we were talking about you earlier and all the nudist colonies that are down there near you.
Sarah, to answer your question, about 40 minutes. Hey, Gino, welcome. We were just talking about you when we were talking about the nudist colony in the Orlando area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't act like you didn't know what we were talking about.
I literally just said that before you said that.
Gino, I keep looking for him in the video, seeing if he's in the hot tub, but I ain't seen him yet.
He runs 10 of them.
He runs 10 of them?
Right, Journey? He literally didn't know.
Oh, 10 colonies? Yeah, and this one's in, I forgot what it was called, Riverview or something like that, but it's, or Lutz or Litz or something like that, but it's, yeah.
Bye, Jimmy.
All right, hey, thanks, Jimmy, for stopping by. I appreciate you, man. And
wait, you do a podcast? I don't know about this podcast. Share it if you are still here. I would love to know when you're doing a podcast.
Yeah, what's it on?
Yeah.
I hope he ain't doing a Broncos podcast. It'll be a short one.
I'm so sorry if you can hear him.
But yeah, those ones in Florida, I mean, like I said, and the man and the lady were talking about it, and they were like, unknown. Some of them are, they're mostly older people. So, okay. See, I knew it. I knew it.
If Gino wants to come on the live tonight, the answer is no.
Well, I knew Gino was there. I just didn't want to say it. There's the link.
Awesome. Thanks, Jim.
I knew Gino was there. I saw him earlier smoking a big cigar in the hot tub, telling about his stories of what he found at Salvation Army.
Oh my gosh. Listen, Jimmy's podcast is new. It only has 43 subscribers now because I just subscribed. So he put the link in there. Go check it out. I love hearing podcasts and stuff. So that sounds interesting. Marcy's looking up.
Marcy's only half listening, that's for sure. She heard Gino's doing a podcast on a news colony. with Jimmy.
There you go.
Yeah. There's 2 sights that you can't unsee when they're in the hot tub in a nudist colony.
Yeah.
Take care, Gwen. Stay safe. Thanks for coming by.
Hold out for you.
We missed you.
Yes. Hope you don't lose.
Yeah, some of the people that we don't get to see anymore, like Lissa and Man Mountain Metals, and
where Lissa has gone
don't
to.
get to see them anymore. They gave up on us. Oh, he's here with Chuck. Well, Chuck said he wanted to do it, so
Now we just need to get Nate and I guess Gino, Chuck, and Nate.
he would do it in a minute. He's already bears his chest on his show. Hey, Marcy, you might want to make sure Chuck's home because I think he's in Florida in the hot tub with Gino and Jimmy.
That's fun.
That would definitely be a sight you can't unsee.
So the point of a nudist colony is just so you can walk around naked?
No, some of it's swinging too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you watch them, some of them that's what they talk about, and some of it's, they're in that situation. So, and they're mostly older people. They're not. I mean, I'm sure there's younger people doing it, but there's not in that. There's not.
You get like on the YouTube rabbit hole, and I remember seeing a nudist like beach, but people were just randomly having sex everywhere. I was like, this is so weird. People are just everywhere. They're just all naked and everybody's having sex.
Yeah, I know, Mr.
Why?
It's funny because it was about 4 years ago. We were in Maui. We were at the Sam's Club gas station. Not Sam's Club. Walmart gas station. And I was getting gas. Everybody was in the van. My family. Okay? Everybody.
Right, yeah.
And a guy walks up to me, and I think he's homeless or something. And I thought, well, he's going to ask me for money.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, hey, how's it going? Where you from? I said something, and he goes, yeah, hey, they're having a big thing down at whatever the beach is called in the South Maui, and it's a nudist beach. And he goes, yeah, everybody goes down there. They're all nude and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'll pass. He goes, and Sammy Hagar goes there sometime and hangs out. And I was like, well, hell, I can't drive 55, but I can go to a nudist beach with Sammy Hagar. And I was like, oh, hell, but my family still laughs about that. That a guy approached me to go to a nudist beach at a gas.
Hard pass for me too, yeah. Oh, hold on one second. I'm so sorry, guys. Amy, I'm on a live stream.
I've been to Sicily, Ann, but I've never been to, I don't remember it ever being a nude beach. It's all volcanic. I was in Taormina in the Navy.
Yep. Okay.
What I want to know is his house and sit there. I know. That's exactly what I think. This journey is. Okay, you're coming over to my house. Do I have to put plastic on the couch or something?
Yeah, you got to put towels down or something.
Yeah, you definitely don't have white furniture. White furry furniture.
Now, a topless beach, I don't, that's fine because a lot of people undo their suits and stuff and whatever, but just random people having sex on the beach, it was so weird. They have scrubbing, puffing, using the shower, hang on your car or door, you're a swinger. I'm never buying one of the loofahs again.
Is it Taormina, huh? Okay. Well, I was there in 1980, so it's been a while since I've been there.
Ugh. How did we get on this topic? Oh my gosh.
Talking about soft white underbelly. It's not the only people he interviews, but it is a good YouTube channel and it is kind of addicting. It's almost like instead of watching ID channel and seeing murder mysteries, you're watching this guy interview people from all walks of life. And I love the people from Kentucky and West Virginia the most, but some of the others I watch, just to see their lives and what they say about them. And some of them I knew who they were because they've been like the guy that he interviewed the other day, Hawk. It was on Gigolos on Showtime years ago, and now I guess it's coming back.
And you used to be a gigolo, so you knew him?
They're male escorts in Las Vegas, and yeah.
It's because he really wishes he could have been one in his younger days.
Yeah, besides Marcy, the nursing homes, yes. No, I actually used to have a drive.
Cookies at the nursing home.
Huh? Yeah, it's as much fun when you're doing it there because they can't all see you. It's like, but the good part is that instead of ones, you might get 20s because they can't see their money sometimes. So. You think you're coming home with ones and you find out you got 20s. It's like, hey, all right.
Spending their Social Security.
There you go.
But all have regrets.
But that's what's funny, Marcy, if you watch his channel, even the people that are addicts and and done things that they shouldn't have done or whatever's happened in their lives.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them have had rough lives, but a lot of them say they don't have any regrets. And what I find funny about the people from West Virginia, and not funny, but West Virginia and Kentucky, there's no jobs. Meth is just taken over, and people don't leave because they love the hills. And if they're not drawing a check, an Social Security disability check, but they're poor and they don't want to leave. And then some of them have never been out of the county or out of the state, or even just to states nearby. And it's just kind of sad. And then they go, well, what regrets do you have? No, I don't have any. I've lived a long life. I'm good.
Wow. Okay. Gino, when he lists an item naked, it says
I'm not buying nothing from it.
So I'm guessing it's strategically placed pictures around something.
Well, I'm not buying anything Gino's selling now. I wonder if Gino was naked when he sold me this Hot Wheel car.
Parts of Wisconsin, I think Ohio and here in Florida, it's not meth anymore. All these people are doing heroin. That's
fentanyl is the one that's killing everybody. Poverty's everywhere, but in that part of Kentucky and West Virginia, it's really bad. And I know Mississippi's got some really poor people too. And it's sad. It's really sad.
Yeah.
When you see, like when he took the people to Walmart from West Virginia to shop, some of these family members had never been in a Walmart. And and they got to pick whatever they want, because he gave them like $30,000 to help. Watch the Whitakers. There's more than one, but you'll see like the 2022. Don't start with that one. Start with some of the older stuff.
Right.
When he first knew him, because he's known him for about 14, 15 years.
Wow.
But it is just, it's sad. It's sad. And the old timers, what's funny, the old timers, there was like one lady that lived up there, and she talked about when they were kids, and, they didn't go to stores. They didn't have, facilities in their house. They didn't have running water, and they grew all their crops in the summer, and they had to put them up in the winter to can everything, 200 cans or whatever. And then they slaughtered their hogs and whatever other animals they had, and they milked their cows, but they put everything up because their winters are harsh in the mountains, and they couldn't go anywhere because they didn't have cars anyway. So these people that are in their 80s and 90s are talking about it. And when they were kids, they worked. They didn't get to go play a lot. They worked.
Right.
Before school, they went out and, did chores. They went to school, they came home, and they worked, and they were poor. And so they weren't used to McDonald's and all the other things that we are spoiled with. So it's interesting to listen to them. And my grandparents talked about it too, living in the Dust Bowl. When I asked them one time, what was it like in the Dust Bowl in the 30s? And they said, well, son, it didn't affect us. And I said, what do you mean it didn't affect us? They said, because we were already poor. We were so poor already. And so we had a cow, and we ate biscuits and gravy basically for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because all you needed was some milk and flour and a little grease, and you had your meal. And I said, it's one of my favorite meals is biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
I could eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but it's hard to fathom that, they walked a long way to school, didn't have shoes a lot. My uncle talks about having one pop a summer, and I'm thinking, God, I have like 4 a day. It's like, so it's changed in our lives. We're so spoiled from what they were. And even my kids, compared to what I went through when we didn't have but 3 channels on TV and no phones other than the landline phone.
Yep.
And now you try to take their cell phones away, and it's like you just cut their arm off.
You try to get them to take out the garbage, and it's like you're trying to make them go to a concentration camp.
Right.
Our lives, I can't believe you're making me do this.
Our grandparents and great-grandparents' lives were so different than ours, and I don't know how they did it. But then my kids, it's like, I don't know how they would survive. Wait a minute. You mean I got to wait till somebody gets off that phone before I can use it?
Yeah. How do we text on this thing?
Yeah. I actually did a skit one time with JT, and we did a thing with a dial phone, and he's like, "Well, where's the camera?" I was like, "There ain't no camera on a dial phone." He goes, "Well, there's no cell service." Yeah, yeah, and they do. They have great stories. And my great granny lived to be 98. Never flew in a plane. Never rode a horse. Never. She was a farm wife. Never took a drink of liquor in her life, and never drove a car. Never drove a car. And
Wow.
and when I was in the Navy, she was 80 plus. Wrote me a letter a week for 4 years. That woman was just a farm wife and a hard worker, but so many things she had never done. It's interesting. Yeah, and that was the thing, Ann, is listening to that lady talk, and I can't remember her name but she's like an 87-year-old woman, and all the things that they did, and now with the food shortages and things like right now, formula is short.
Yeah.
I mean, how would people survive? City people, now country people kind of know because they do grow gardens and we've grown them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be. I mean, they'd have to figure out quick, or they'd be starving in the city because if they don't know how to do any of this stuff. I mean, who cans anymore? Who makes patchwork quilts anymore? Who sews? The canning and the cooking and the storing. I mean, or even having a garden.
It's not even
many.
that. My, kids these days, if they had to go out and work like in a yard, I think they would die. They'd last like 5 minutes before they were like trying to check their phones.
Yeah, unless you grew up in it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they just don't understand. And I was listening to a talk radio today, and they were saying how all the things that, comes around, like, do you remember when laundromats and like the candy machines, the, little like that you would put in people's doctor's offices and stuff, that's evidently coming back around as the new get rich quick. But now they call it passive income. That's the latest. People are trying to get into passive income things. Mm-hmm. And so all the things that were get rich quick schemes in the 80s and probably 20 years before that have now come around to but these kids think it's all about working less or not working at things and letting your money work for you or whatever. It's crazy to me how the work ethic is completely gone. And it's my kids too. I love them to death, but lazy as the day is long. Oh my, I just, right. I get up and I work and I do lots of things, and sometimes, multiple jobs and whatever needs done. That's what you do. My kids, nope. They do the
Marty.
minimum. Preach it.
And I have to admit, when I was 16, I had jobs and I did not want to work. And if anybody gave me grief on a job, I told them where to go and walked out because I didn't have to. And then when I was 19, I thought, you know what, if I don't do something soon, other than having a GED, I ain't going to go nowhere. So I went in the military, and the best thing I ever did was go in there and get and grow up, because that's where I got my work ethic. And then getting in the trucking, part of it, and working for money, and then spending 35 years and managing and sales and everything else. And now I work longer days than I did then. So, and I don't have to, but I just like doing what I do.
But what would you do if you weren't doing that?
I'd be watching Dr. Phil and Let's Make a Deal and Price is Right and growing to about 600 pounds. And you'd see me on 600 Pound Life or something, and with chip and dip in my hand and laying flat on a bed watching TV.
Exactly. That's the way to live. And literally, I think that's why I always say for retirees, eBay is great, because it keeps you not only just active, but it keeps you with the goals. You can't not have goals. I never understand people who just retire and then that's it. I have neighbors. They never leave their house. They never go anywhere. She hangs up her laundry outside every day, and they just sit around and watch TV. And I'm like, golly, find a hobby, do something.
My kids got embarrassed one time. We lived in Arizona, and I was raising them, and our dryer went out. And I said, well, we got a clothesline out there. Oh, Dad, do not go close. Don't you hang our friends drive by. I was like, I don't care. We got to dry clothes, and I'm not going to the laundromat with 3 daughters with 12 loads of laundry. So
Yeah.
I washed all the loads and hung them up, and they were not happy about it. I was like, well, we were kids. That's the only place we hung them up. Was on
My
a
mom used
clothesline.
to hang our clothes outside for sure.
And in Arizona, they dry fast. So
Yeah, I mean, it's just a different world. They just don't understand it. And in
Yeah.
other countries, they don't even have dryers. Every piece of clothing gets hung up.
yeah,
Like a lot of them don't even have washing machines. You have to hand wash your stuff. Or like my kids couldn't even get a condo unless it had a washer and dryer in it. They were like, it's just too much. I can't.
It's like I have a dishwasher. I've been in my house 10 years. I think I've used it once. I do all my dishes by hand, but it's just me.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense because you don't have very many.
I do 2 loads of laundry a week. I mean, it's just not a lot.
Yeah. Journey says, a lot of kids and people older do not believe that working hard, especially at someone's job, is getting you a good life anymore. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they'd be a little stiff, wouldn't they, Ann?
In the winter? Yeah. That would take a while.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, my mom was a single mother of 4 boys, and none of us, we all had jobs. One's got a bachelor's. 3 of us served in the military. None of us ever went to prison. I mean, she did a good job with what she had, and my mom did not make a lot of money. She was a meat wrapper for Safeway, and the difference in me when I raised my 3 daughters by myself for a good part of their life is I had a good job. I was managing a trucking terminal and making great money, so it wasn't the same. So the respect that I give her is much more so. I'm a daddy first for sure, but my mom did so much with a lot less, and that's how that goes.
Jeans would freeze. Oh my
Yeah.
God. That's
Stiff. Yeah, we've all been there. My biggest thing with my girls was because 2 of them were 2 years apart, and then Sarah's, like 5 years behind the middle one.
Right.
Was they would put on clothes and then change and just throw them on the floor in their room, and they all had their own room. And I would go in there and I would pick them up, and they would say, well, they're clean. And I was like, well, if they're clean, hang them back up. But they hadn't even taken them out of the basket that I had done laundry in, because I would fold them and put them in baskets and then put them in their room to put away.
Right.
And they would just live out of the basket. And I'm like, I was so organized as a child. I lived in a trailer, and I had a bedroom that was immaculate.
Right.
And my girls were like, I mean, I would go in and find in Alicia's bed. She would have a petrified rock under her bed in a bowl. And I was like, you got a petrified rock under your bed? She goes, no, Dad, that's cookie dough. Well, that cookie dough's been there for how many years? I mean, I was like, where did y'all come from? Because you didn't come from me. My mom was like Mrs. Clean, changed her living room around all the time. I was clean. And my kids was like, where did y'all come from? An alien spaceship? Because you weren't raised to be dirty. But I would get tired. And finally, I just said, you know what? If you're not going to clean your clothes or hang them up, you're going to do your own laundry. And so that's what I did.
That's good. My mom is the clean freak. You go into our living room and there'll be nothing out. A pillow will be like over 3 inches, and she'll say, this living room is a wreck. I'm like, here you go. I moved the pillow. We're good now, Mom.
Oh, I know. My mom had her slang terms too. I won't say them online, but she had some terms for. And my mom, we were big roller skaters, so we'd come in at 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday night and fall over the couch in the dark because she had moved the furniture around. Because in a 10 by 80 trailer or a 14 by 80 trailer, you didn't have a lot of room, so she would switch it around to make it look new all the time.
Right.
And she would smoke, and the ashtray would. I mean, as soon as she smoked, the ashes were gone. She'd wipe them out, and I'm like, my mom was so clean but she was very, very anal about. And then she talked to herself, "Doggone pigs," But we weren't. It was clean. It was just we might leave a dish in the sink or something. Yeah. Nope, not with my mom. You didn't.
My mom can handle.
And I don't know what it is about girls, and it may not be just girls, but my girls were.
I don't know.
were just not. I mean, they had nice rooms, but they definitely didn't like doing their laundry or putting their laundry up.
No, my kids, and
Mine are
they're
older than that.
terrible about that. And my mom like will do all their laundry that when they were living here, do all the laundry and stuff. And that used to be her pet peeve. She would like all the stuff that gets hung up, she would hang up on hangers, but the other clothes, she would just leave them neatly on their bed, like all folded. And I said, they would come into like go to bed and just knock the stuff over. Her head almost exploded a couple times, I think.
I went to an estate sale a couple years ago, and this lady had a lot of vintage clothing, Disney stuff, and Tweety Bird sweatshirts, but it was color coded. She had all yellow shirts, red shirts, orange shirts, green, and I thought this lady was awesome because she had it color coded to the letter. I mean, if she had had it alphabetized, she'd have been like primo. But she had everything color coded, and I thought that's cool. Nobody I know does that.
Now, do you have all your games in alphabetical order and stuff?
Yes. But I get help with my hats, and my Karen helps with the hats and the video games. Now, the collection behind me over here is mine. That's GameCube, and that's my collection.
That's different. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's alphabetized too. But the ones that I have for sale, all the Wii's are together, alphabetized, all the PS1s, all the Xbox, 360s, and et cetera, et cetera. They're all alphabetized, and I've got probably, 800 in there. But they're on shelves, and they're and my own personal DVD collection, which is about, I'd say at least 1,500, is not only alphabetized, but it's separated by genre. So all the classics like, Grapes of Wrath and Best Years of Our Lives and all those classics, Gone with the Wind, those are one area. Then your military, then your Westerns, then your, sports, your, medieval and, Roman conquering stuff's there.
Yeah.
And then just miscellaneous stuff, but it's all alphabetized too.
So happy it's not just my 28-year-old daughter.
Now my daughters are 29. Alicia just turned 34, and Eric will be 36 in July. So that's my ages.
My girls are 21 and 24, and they got a condo together last year. They bought it, and at first I was sad because they moved out, but now I'm like, we don't have their mess anymore. Like even when they come over still, I'm like, if you like eat food, why is it that someone else has to take your plate out of the living room? Like, do you not know? Well, you could put it right in the dishwasher. It's only 5 feet away. But they just can't.
Yeah, I clean everything as I go. Now, I will admit I'm behind on dusting. That's something I do. I'd look in the living room. I was like, oh, my God, I haven't dusted in a while in the living room. So I need to. But I got pictures everywhere. Huh?
As long as it's cleaned up,
Well, I mean,
the dusting can happen whenever.
Yeah. Dusting's like a never-ending thing. But I have a lot of pictures of my family in there, and you got to move every picture, wipe every picture off, dust around it, So
that's why
then I have Buddha statues all over.
Not a ton of like decorations and stuff because we don't want to move them.
I got Buddha statues too all over my house. It reminds me of Chuck Nude. So,
oh my gosh!
See if he's still here.
Marcia's.
Yeah, I know. Willy nilly. She'd be in willy nilly.
That's the best way, honestly.
Yeah, my biggest issue has been dealing with death piles, and I tried to start listing in the dining room again on the table, and I just cleared it today finally. And now I've caught up in here and got some organization and some new shelves up that, again, I got help with.
Yeah.
And put some new stuff up, moved it around and stuff. So just trying to keep it out of my way so I can source again this weekend. Because in 3.5 weeks, Marcy, I'll be in Maui. Take a drink. 41, 39, 32.
41 is OCD, the oldest, of course.
Right.
Second is messy, same as mine.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. That's interesting, Ian.
And all my kids, it's funny. I'm the oldest of 4 boys. When I found out who my dad was about 6-7 years ago that I have 3 older sisters, which I never knew.
Yeah.
And then but I had 3 daughters, And now my daughters each have one boy and one girl. It's crazy how that happened, that they all had the same.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. Now one had the girl first, and the other two had the boys first.
But still, that's kind of neat that they have one of each.
Well, hey, I'm gonna get off here. I got to do something.
Your daughter's there.
Yeah, everybody, I really appreciate you. Me and Angie appreciate you coming in and playing the game, and enjoy the talking. And we'll see you next week on Angie's channel.
My channel next week.
And thanks again, everybody, for coming in. We love you, and see you next time. Good night.
Bye, guys. Enjoy your night.